Hello everyone, my webinar is on fluency, differentiated interventions and progress monitoring assessments. Topics that I will be covering in my webinar are: what is fluency? Why is it important? What are some of the factors which impact fluency? How can we differentiate fluency interventions? I will also discuss some of the strategies like the oral reading strategies, assisted reading strategies, performance strategies, independent and integrated strategies. I will also talk about progress monitoring and fluency. Now, what is fluency? Fluency is an essential element of reading instruction. Fluency is reading accurately, quickly, and with proper expression. Students who are strong readers on the basis of their speed, accuracy, and prosody, they may be very weak in comprehension. Hence, all the four components of fluency, which are comprehension, accuracy, speed, and expression, should be considered when we are assessing fluency. Why is fluency important? Fluency is important because fluent readers, they are better able to devote their attention to comprehend the text. Fluency also helps students to process more words and texts. More reading promotes greater reading growth. And fluency is a critical component of skilled reading. What factors can impact fluency? Accuracy in word recognition, reading often, participating in meaningful oral reading, listening to teachers read aloud are some of the factors which can impact fluency. How can we differentiate fluency interventions? Based on the needs of the students, 6 reader types are identified to help us select the fluency interventions which are directly needed to their needs. The 6 reader types are based on the needs of the students. Type 1 reader. Type 1 readers are also known as the automatic word callers. They sound fluent, but they exhibit very poor comprehension. The behaviors which are observed are good accuracy and prosody, average rate, and poor comprehension. Interventions for type 1 reader. Some of the suggested interventions for type 1 readers are building their background knowledge by previewing and creating purpose for reading, providing opportunities for silent reading using sustained silent reading and read and relax reading, using strategies to build their comprehension, using paired reading, oral recitation lessons, and providing opportunities for performance reading by using strategies like reader's theater and say it like the character. Type 2 readers. They are also known as the struggling word callers. These are the students who struggle with words and their meanings. They generally have weak comprehension. The behaviors observed are near average rate, uneven expression and phrasing, uncorrected miscues, no self-monitoring, and difficulty with grade level words. Some of the suggested interventions for type 2 readers are providing materials at students' instructional level, developing self-monitoring and correction strategies, modeling read alouds, teaching word identification strategies, and providing opportunities for silent reading. Type 3 readers are known as the word stumblers. These readers, they stumble over words, but they have acceptable to strong comprehension. The behavior observed are weak word identification, which is below and at grade level. Comprehension is also at grade level, but they have limited sight vocabulary. Suggested interventions for type 3 readers. Some of the suggested interventions are providing systematic instructions in sight vocabulary, using repeated reading, readers' theater, providing opportunities for silent reading like read and relax and sustained silent reading, using text talk and semantic mapping to develop and expand their word meaning. Type 4 readers, they are also known as plodding readers. These readers read the materials slowly or at near their grade level, and they have acceptable to good comprehension. The behavior observed are good word identification but poor expression, good comprehension but slow word identification. Suggested for type 4 reader. Some of the interventions which are suggested for type 4 readers are implementing reading while listening, performance reading strategies like say it like the character, echo reading, providing easy reading materials, and using repeated readings. Type 5 readers. They are also known as monotone readers. These readers their oral reading lacks prosody and their comprehension also varies. The behavior observed are they don't chunk words into meaningful phrases, but they are able to read most of the words accurately. Suggested interventions for type 5 readers. Some of the suggested interventions for type 4 readers are sharing teacher read alouds, providing more opportunities for shared reading like echo reading, choral reading, reading while listening, and performance reading strategies like reader's theater and say it like the character. Type 6 readers. They are the severely disabled readers who are reading far below the grade level. The behaviors observed are slow and halting reading with many miscues, slow rate, poor expression, weak comprehension, and minimal sight vocabulary. Interventions. Some of the suggested interventions for type 6 readers are using materials at their independent and instructional level, using teacher read alouds for modeling, developing phonemic awareness, teaching word identification skills, providing increased opportunities for reading, using sustained silent reading, or read and relax. Also, developing developing proficiency by using reading while listening, echo reading, performance theater like reader's theater, oral reading recitation. Some of the fluent oral reading strategies are shared book experience, echo reading, choral reading, antiphonal reading, supersignal, fluency development lesson. These strategies involve modeling fluent reading and providing repeated reading practice. Some of the assisted reading strategies are paired reading, neurological impress method, preview, pause, prompt praise strategy, structured repeated reading, simplified repeated reading, reading while listening, tap, check and chart. The assisted reading strategies are useful for the struggling readers to support them in their reading. Performance independent and integrated reading strategies. In the performance reading strategies, students perform while they are reading the script. This helps them to develop aspects of prosody. Some of the performance reading strategies are say it like the character, guess the emotion, and reader's theater. Some of the independent reading strategies are read and relax and sustained silent reading, where the students read independently by themselves, selecting the book or text at their instructional level. Integrated reading. Integrated reading strategies, they combine fluency practice with the comprehension strategies. Some of the integrated reading strategies are oral recitation lessons and the book bits. Progress monitoring. Narrative and informative passages are used alternatively for assessment. Along with this narrative and informative passages, curriculum based assessments and reading inventories are also used. Monitoring the oral reading accuracy of ELL students. ELL students often make miscues when they are reading English texts. These miscues should be considered carefully when monitoring their oral reading. It's also important to consider the first language of the students to know their strengths and weaknesses related to oral reading. If we find that the miscues they reflect their dialect, they should not be counted against the students when we are determining words per minute or words correct per minute. This is the example of a 4-point fluency rubric which has all the 4 components: comprehension, accuracy, speed, and expression. This is the rubric for oral reading which measures the rate, expression, phrasing, and punctuation.